Hello, welcome back. In today's video, I wanted to do a little update on how One Book July 2021 is going so far. I'm finding it very interesting. I need to kind of bullet point it though, because I will completely squirrel and you will just be like, what is happening right now? Let's start off with what I'm using. I'm using a Planner Perfect Traveler's Notebook in the wide size, with a mix of Planner Perfect books and a couple of inserts from a different shop. I found when I moved into my standard like a month or two ago, it was too narrow for me. So I went back to the wide. Back to wide I went. What am I using in here? I have a monthly book, which has the whole year. I have a journal that I'm using for my dailies. In this one, I have my week and my tracker. And then I have this blank one I'm using as my inbox. What I am trying to do for the month of July is to make a traveler's notebook system work for me when it comes to my daily life. I have accepted the fact that I need two planners, one being more of a reference planner, and that is my rings. It does not mean I have to use them all day, every day, and refer to it all day, every day. I can have the satisfaction of being to longhand write, take notes, do that kind of stuff in a book, and not feel kind of scattered that I'm using two things. I've gotten that down. Now, the next point is what this One Book July is all about, and it's habits and routines. That was a big thing for me. I was really excited actually when I saw that announcement, because I was starting to do that anyway. I needed to get back into things that I've just completely fallen off track, or I just wasn't making things a priority that I said were important to me. What I did for that is I have this monthly tracker from Paper and Cats, and it's the Ink Imperfections, and I just have it jump band to my weekly planner. So the habits and routines that I wanted to get into, make them a priority, go on a daily, weekly, and monthly basis for this month. The daily things are to get up before 7. I had noticed myself, I have a really hard time with sleep. It's hard for me to fall asleep. I wake up multiple times a night. And then setting an alarm clock when I don't have to be out of the house early in the morning was kind of weighing on me. It would make me anxious. I don't know if anybody else is like that. If I know I have to wake up at a certain time the next day, I can't fall asleep and I get a really bad night's sleep. Don't know what it is. But I did notice by letting myself wake up naturally, even if it's like 7:15 or 7:30, I'm not a morning person and it takes me about an hour and a half to fully wake up. It was just pushing my start time of my day further and further. So I wanted to make it a point to get up before 7, and my body is naturally doing that now, which is great. Morning pages, which are hard, but I'm doing them. Scripture writing, need to get better. Workout, getting a lot better. Reading every day, getting a lot better. No dairy. Quiet time, need some work. PM skincare, water my garden, and meditation. Meditation, I find I want that to be a priority, and that is something for me. I need complete quiet. I would like to meditate at night before bed. However, I have a 7-year-old, and bedtime is a typical bedtime with a 7-year-old, where it's okay, go to bed, read a story, tuck in, but then it's 50,000 questions every 5 minutes for a good 2 hours. So I need to figure out the meditation portion. So far, so good though. I like this tracker. I just, to keep my brain right, I put the days of the week going along here, and then when you flip it horizontally, you have the numbers and what you want to track. Weekly, a lot of cleaning tasks, because that's my primary. I'm a homemaker, you know, I'm a stay-at-home mom, homeschooling mom, and I'm in my home every day, all day, and I like a clean and tidy home. So that's important to me. I did add some things though that I was falling off with when it comes to bookkeeping for our business, food prep, family meeting, and family game night. Those were 4 things that we were not doing well with. So I had to add them back on so that when I'm setting up the week, I can then plan for those things. Things I want to do monthly are just here, my fridge, in the sense of cleaning, cleaning out my cabinets, dishwasher, makeup brushes, budget meeting with my husband, date night. Don't remember the last time. It's been over a year. We don't have daycare. It sucks. It really sucks, not gonna lie. But I want to try to figure out something where we can just have time with the 2 of us out of the house. Dinner with a friend, do a monthly review, and choose books to read for the month. I tend to squirrel, like I said in the beginning of the video, and I'm like, oh, I'm gonna read all of these books at the same time. I really need to reel it in and focus on one at a time. And my goal is always 2 books per month. So I chose those 2 books, and those will be the 2 books that I will read for the month of July. One of them being Atomic Habits by James Clear, which Carrie Harling is doing a read aloud for again this year. I think she did a read aloud last year too. I forget which book though. So you can check out her channel. I'll link that down below. And my projects are clearing out my back porch. We're converting that into our homeschool room and installing the new windows, which we already did. So great. I feel like I have my stuff together with this. Now we get into kind of the system that I have going on that I came up with that I thought would work well for me. Originally, how I get the Planner Perfect subscription box, okay? And I get the one where it comes with the monthly plan book and the journal. Now let me show you the plan book for this month. It's in standard because I had switched up and I had done a standard plan book with a wide journal, and I figured I would plan in my standard, journal in my wide. I changed my mind. That's why I don't have this now. I really do want to find a purpose though. I know we're a few days in. I want to find a purpose for this because it's just so pretty. The way that it comes is you have just that month's layout. You have goals pages, and then you have your full week and blank pages in between the week. Because I wanted to go to wide, I kind of set this to the side and I started my wide out with my goals, affirmations, and then I drew out a week, did my weekly tasks and meals, and went right into my dailies. It was nice. I see some people who do it, but I started to track the weather, and I found that to be really helpful because my husband, even though we have smartphones and stuff, every morning he's like, what's the weather for today? And I'm like, I don't know, just look on your phone. But it's kind of nice to have that in there. So I kept that in there. And then I had my weekly review at the end of the week. When I first set this up, I drew this out and then I was like, I wonder if there is an insert. Then comes the weekly planner from Paper and Cats, and it's undated. So I purchased that. The first week worked really well because it was all in one book, right? I had my weekly view, my tasks, and my dailies. And I would just be able to flip right here, go to my daily, write down what I had to write, and that was it. This week, so I don't know if I'll keep this the same. This week, it's a little different because I set it up where I have the week in here. I have the tasks I want to complete, meals, and this week's focus, in addition to those other habits, I want this as well. What I'm finding it kind of annoying and stuff like that is I'm flipping from this book to this book for when I daily plan. And I'll do a separate video on that, on how I daily plan. I think that would be helpful for a lot of people. I just absolutely love daily planning. But I do need that weekly overview at the same time because I don't daily plan ahead of time. I do it the night before or the day of, the morning of. So I'm not sure this will stay in here. We'll see. I have those, I showed you that. And then the next and the last book is my inbox, what I'm using my inbox for, which I'm still getting used to coming back here and writing things down instead of writing it down in my daily pages and it getting lost in there. So I have some different things just kind of going on. It was maybe trainings or something I heard, a doctor's appointment, goals, things like that. The problem that I was having before yesterday, before I finally figured it out, is I would come and put things here and it's just kind of a hodgepodge of things. And I wasn't reviewing anything. It would just sit there. I would write it down, it would just sit there. So now what I started yesterday is I will date it. Each day when something comes to my mind or there's a phone call or something, I'm going to date it and I'm going to incorporate that into my weekly review process. Well, I will then, even though that is part of my process to review my inbox, I'm so used to having my inbox in my rings. And I have a weekly review process here from Brandy Michelle Plans. So I was just getting jumbled up. Reference planner, personal wide rings. So that's what I figured will work for me, hopefully. We're gonna try it out. When it comes to this, is I'm just going to date things, review it at the end of the week, and put it where it needs to go in the sense of, does it need to go in my monthly book, you know, my yearly book? Is it something that we're planning ahead of time where I will then maybe put a sticky note if I want to go on a day trip or something? I can put a sticky note with the date ? And then I can come back to that when I'm going over plans and do that. I hope that made sense. So far, it's working well. This particular Planner Perfect Traveler's Notebook, this is the Everyday Organized. The Everyday Organized, how it comes is you have these two pockets, a secretarial and a horizontal pocket in the front. And then in the back, it always comes with a notepad, which is so handy. As you can tell, I only have, after that page I wrote on, I only have 2 left. I need to order another one. I love this thing. And this is notes from a virtual doctor's visit I had. So it was great. I just flipped it open. I did not need to write it in here. It was just quick notes I wanted to review afterwards, and that's it. It's working well. I have this little bookmark that's helping, because that's one thing that can sometimes, it seems so tedious, but it can annoy me with the Traveler's Notebook, because I'm like, okay, what day am I on? What day am I on? So I have this adorable little laminate card from Southern Belle Plans on Instagram, and with this little lace, it's just so cute. So that marks my spot there. And I just grabbed tip-ins, Planner Perfect tip-ins today. It just came to my mind of things I need to buy. And that's that. So far, so good. I am enjoying it. I would like to be consistent, so that's why I think July, being the halfway point in the year, is a great time to kind of reevaluate, see how things are going. I'm going to move that because it keeps hitting my pen and it's annoying. And see what you need to or want to change, what's working and what's not working, and go from there. And there you have it. That's how the first week of One Book July. Let me know down below if you're participating in that, if you're doing just the one book, one pen, if you are just doing what they're focusing on when it comes to routines and habits. And let me know how it's going. And I'll see you in the next video. Bye.